Christopher, already battling his own demons, would later recount a brutal altercation with Nixon and his brothers just months before the infamous Eaton Center shooting. In February 2012, Christopher went to visit a woman he had been seeing, only to find Nixon, Nissan, and several others waiting for him. What followed was a terrifying beating, a savage attack where Christopher was tied up, beaten, and stabbed repeatedly. The attack was so violent that Christopher would later describe how it haunted him, clouding every aspect of his life. He became fearful, paranoid, and deeply scarred by the brutal assault. Little did he know, this violent confrontation would set the stage for an even darker fate. By June 2, 2012, Christopher was consumed by his trauma. He saw Nixon at the Eaton Center, and the horrors of the past overwhelmed him. In an instant, Christopher fired 14 shots in the crowded food court. 5 people were hit and 2 were killed. Among the victims was Nixon, the same young man who had once been his friend. Nixon was struck by 4 bullets, and despite efforts to save him, he succumbed to his injuries 9 days later. But the story didn't end with Nixon. His brother, Nissan, was also caught in the deadly web of violence. In 2013, Nissan was gunned down in a brazen shooting on the streets of Toronto, chased into a senior center and killed in broad daylight. The case remained unsolved, and once again, the Nirmalendran family was left to grieve. Now only Nirmalendran, the youngest of the 3 brothers, remained. But the weight of his brothers' deaths took its toll. Nirmalendran, struggling with the trauma of losing both his older brothers, allegedly became involved in a shooting incident of his own. On August 14, 2013, police arrested him after a shooting near Gerrard Street. His arrest marked another chapter in the Nirmalendran family's tragic saga. Through all the grief, Vinyaswari, their mother, remembered the good times, the family meals, the love they shared, and the moments when her sons were still together. "When my sons were here, they used to sit together and eat and laugh together as a family," she said, her voice heavy with sorrow. "After my youngest son lost his brothers, he doesn't come near the table anymore." The Nirmalendran brothers' story is a haunting reminder of how violence, trauma, and systemic issues can ripple through generations. Nixon's early experiences with violence, the loss of his best friend Alwie, and his interactions with Christopher Husbands became the catalyst for a tragic chain of events. What started as a family fleeing war soon spiraled into a cycle of loss and destruction, leaving only questions of what could have been.